everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I am Chantal, the holistic health coach and nutritionist and functional movement specialist that has created this YouTube channel. If you know me, then you know that I've been doing a lot of interviews for my podcast, The Green Life, and I've interviewed so many amazing people that are in the wellness and health space. And so you can check all the interviews on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, but I've put some recordings also, or all the recordings actually, also on YouTube. Some are videos, some are not, but they are very helpful, and I think I'm having so much fun interviewing amazing people, so very, very grateful. But I'm here today to discuss a little plan that I have, a little project that I have coming this Saturday. It's a 10 days reboot, and what it entails is 10 days together where we are going to start 5 days with juicing. This is the one, my green juice here with my Nama juicer. And then 5 days, we're going to reintroduce the solids in a very methodical way that is smart, so that we don't put on weight, we don't have digestive issues, and so on and so forth. Before we talk about the plan, I do want to talk to you about Nama Juicer though. It is one of the most amazing juicers, and I put some videos and explanations about it on my Instagram, so I'll put the handle below so that you can check it out. I've been gifted this machine by Nama as a sponsorship for my podcast, and mostly because my podcast is all about health, and so one of the things that I do for myself daily is juicing, and they have been very generous. They also shared with me a wonderful 10% that I'll share with you. I do not make any money from this. I've asked them, I told them I don't want to, that wasn't the point. I just want to be able to share so that if people want to buy the Nama J2, they can save some money, because it's an investment, but it's an investment that is worth it. For 9.5 years or so, I actually used the centrifugal juicer, which I'm not gonna lie, worked perfectly, served me well, and I used for the longest time. It was the most convenient thing to do at the time because I was fast and also affordable. The masticators or the cold press juicers like the Nama at the time were super slow, and I just couldn't fathom the idea of sitting there feeding one little piece at the time, because you couldn't actually put big pieces. You had to really make them small so that I could process it, and I just didn't have the patience or the time, really. I still don't have the patience all the time. But with Nama Juicer, the beautiful thing, I'm looking at my centrifugal up there, the beautiful thing is that it's got a very large feeding space. So I actually put all my ingredients together, and Nama comes also with a little leaflet to tell you the order that works best, and it just does its own thing. I walk away, I do other things, I make, like, you know, tea or whatever, and then I come back and the juice is ready, because the bottom part, it fills up to about 450 milliliters, almost 500 milliliters, to then open up the side, which is now open, and the juice goes into the container. So you don't have to be there, make sure nothing overfloods, because more or less it actually has the same kind of capacity, top and bottom. So it works perfectly, and the juices do taste much nicer. The centrifugal, because it heats with the speed, it does, you taste it. It's not pasteurized, obviously, but it kind of tastes a little bit more processed. I don't know the right word for it, but it's different. With this, it's like a silky smooth taste, and it's and I actually noticed, because I bulk juice because I can't be bothered to wash the machine every day. With the centrifugal, the juices get a little bit bitter, the day number 3-4, but with this, they stay exactly the same, as long as you know how to preserve them well, so how to put them in the container well, and you keep them in the fridge. So I think it's an amazing machine. So thank you, Nama Well, and if you want to check it out, all the details is below, so you can look it up. I think it's amazing, and it comes with about 15 years warranty, which is insane, right? I mean, I don't know many machines that do that. My centrifugal was 2 years. The Vitamix, which is an amazing blender, it's only 7 years. So this is really like made to last, which is great. So so going back to the plan starting on Saturday, one of the things that I've learned from different studies that I've done in health and wellness is that many, especially Oriental Asian philosophies and health management, or medicine, we should call them, they really promote a change of season cleanse, because our body kind of shifts with the seasons. And in Ayurveda, for example, going into autumn is a great time to do a cleanse so that we're ready for the next season, especially the winter when things are more static, a little bit like cooler, not just in temperature, but you don't do much, right? You're not as active, you're not outside in the elements as much. So autumn is this transition time. So I really wanted to tap into that and get that wisdom and share it with you with this 10 days reboot. So the reboot is going to be divided into 2 phases. The first phase is 5 days juicing, as I mentioned. So 5 days of full juice feasts where you can just enjoy nutrients coming into your body, but no fiber. That means your digestive system gets a little break, a little holiday for 5 days. And that really does help us understand, first of all, the sense of hunger that a lot of us haven't felt in forever. The real, wow, I actually am hungry, like I'm hungry for nutrients. And when you drink the juices, that hunger goes away because you are giving the nutrients to your body. So understanding the difference between just stuffing food down our throat versus actually having nutrients. So that's one thing. And the other thing is having the time to understand if we have health issues, how we can be better. So one of the things that juice cleanses are really good at are, for example, alleviating symptoms of psoriasis, eczema, fatigue, digestive disorders like IBS, or even heartburn and so on. Those things generally go away with a juice cleanse. Like we're taking a break from digesting food. And then the 5 days that we are going to reintroduce food, I wanted to do that together because I feel that a lot of people don't know how to in a mindful way. So my program has everything that I suggest every day. It's very, very slow, incremental. It's not overwhelming. So it's still very little food and still mostly just basically plants. And it's just about slowly getting the body to digest. Now, our microbiome, or those beautiful bacteria that we have into our body that are good guys, feed on fiber. So for the 5 days when we're not getting any fiber into there, they kind of rest a little, they'll be sleepy. So when we start again, we don't want to overwhelm them with all this fiber. So a little bit at a time to make sure that they wake up and they start slowly processing and digesting this fiber that we're giving them again. And then at the same time, obviously the food that goes through, so we get the nutrients and so on. Now, everybody reacts very differently to a cleanse. And so the point of having this 10 days together is not just for me to give you the ebook with all the recipes and information, but actually every single day we'll get together for a Zoom call. And the point is that you are supported. So if you have questions, if you want to share your experience, if you are not feeling great, because everybody reacts very differently to the way that we cleanse our body. And you have a platform and you have support. So the point here is to come together and really share. Now, a lot of people will have detox symptoms. And people have asked me if this is a detox. I don't like to use that word because that word generally means you're trying to do something for your body that the body already does. The body detoxes, otherwise we will die from poisoning. So every day your body detoxes. When you go to the loo, you're detoxing. When you're sweating, you're detoxing. Like your body has a way for the cells to discard toxins and then goes through your liver, digestive system, and out of the body. So the point here is that we want to help the body do its job in a way that is really good and really easy. And so it's coming together and offering these tools that the body can use to actually really cleanse and do its job and feel good. So this cleanse is really good also for people with ailments such as diabetes and cardiovascular disease. But I do put a caveat there. If you are under the care of a physician and if you are on medication, please discuss this with your doctor when you start, because the change in dietary patterns will also equate into maybe having to change your medication, the amount of medication that you have. And so some recipes I have notes where they are not really great for people with diabetes, so there are options. The greens are always good, they're perfect. And I also suggest, for example, for people that have diabetes, to perhaps have some arugula or spinach in actual for like in chewing when they have the juice. So it's not a juice cleanse only. That's because fiber slows down the release of insulin and how much the glucose really just goes into your body. So it's more balancing for blood sugar. And so we want to make sure that we are working with each person. That's why working with your doctor is really important. And then these Zoom calls allow you to share your numbers so that we can adapt and so on. And I find it really fascinating that we are also different. We can do the same thing when we all react in very different ways. So I said people react very differently to the way that they detox. Some people generally have a very clean lifestyle, and so you know what, they're not going to have really many symptoms. And others will have probably headaches or breakout, and that's nothing to worry about. We're going to go through this together, and so that you know that you're held and there is nothing to worry about. It's just a short time in doing this, but you have the opportunity to then make way better choices after the 10 days is over, because that's when this is really important. The way you carry forward after this reset is what is the most important. So I want to use these 10 days together to really share information that will be helpful to you going forward. So your nutritional needs and how to achieve them, when it's good to take supplements, when it's not good to take supplements, what to eat and what not to eat ideally, why a whole food plant-based diet is the better way to go. And I want to say this again with the caveat that I'm fully vegan, whole food plant-based, fully. I believe in the kindness that comes with the lifestyle as well. But I also work with people that are not ready for that big step, and that I've managed to move into a direction of whole food, which means for the most part they are plant-based, and then sometimes they will opt to have some other products that are not plant-based, but they are much more mindful about the sourcing of that product, which, because it's harder to find good products and because it's more expensive, becomes less and less anyway. So overall, their consumption of animal products goes down by 1 million, and they feel so much better. So it's really important to understand that. And I want to share the things with you into the coaching sessions or Zoom sessions that I think are really important. But it's not about me talking all the time. This is a sessions where you can share, when you can talk, when you can ask questions, because it's not about me teaching, it's about you teaching everybody as well. This is a beautiful thing about coaching in groups, is that everybody's just so open, and that because we have a trusting group and it's closed just to the people participating, you'll feel much more open and safe to share things, and then you know that it stays there and that's it. Now I'm going to take you through very quickly through my plan so that you can see what it looks like, because I feel it's really important to have a look here. So this is my website, and when you go to the store, so you click on store, it will open up, and then you can find the 10 Days Reboot here. And this is the price, and you can just go through the information and what's included here. I'm going to just straight go there. It's the ebook, it's the daily Zoom, discount codes, lifetime access to these videos, including the Zoom calls that you can make live, will be on our page, and I'll show you the page in a second. And then lifetime discount access. And I'll also make some webinars for women's health and other subjects and more that might be pertaining to men as well, where you can find some information. If I go here, this is the page where you will get access to it. There's a password in the ebook, and so you can just look at this. And this is, I have a little flip book here so that you can actually have a look at the ebook very quickly, so that you can see what it's all about and really get into it. I even talk about the difference between juicers, pardon me, and then we just go straight into ingredients that are given to you for the first 5 days, and then later for the other 5 days, and all the juices, and just having the time to really yummy, right? To take the time to really have those beautiful juices. There are about 3 recipes per day. You can switch and choose the way that you like. So this is what it looks like, and then below I will start adding all the details. So this is what I wanted to show you very quickly. So yeah, if you have any questions, my email is below. You can just ping me. I will share with you every single detail we want before the beginning. We start Saturday the 8th and we end the 18th. Every single day a call, 8 p.m. GMT +1, so it's London and Lisbon time. And basically that would be, 12 p.m. Pacific, and I want to say 3 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to join, it's easy to. And it's all about, and if you can't make the calls because you're working or whatever, you can join on the week. You can check them out on the page, and the recordings will be there. I'm starting on the weekend because on weekends it's easier for people in different time zones as well to join. And those are the important calls in a way because they are longer and we can just chat. In the week, the aim is to maximum be an hour, hopefully half an hour. But if you have more to share, we share, and that's okay. But it's just to make sure that we are checking in with each other and making sure that we are there for each other. And then, yeah, your email support will be there. So if you have any questions, if you need help, you can just email and let us know, and we will be here to answer your questions. I want to say we are not obviously doctors, so this is not medical advice, and it's not meant to substitute your medical care. So again, if you're seeing a practitioner or if you are on medications, please discuss this with your doctor. It's really, really important, and to make sure that you're healthy and safe. And this is the most important thing for me. I want to make sure that you're thriving on anything that you try. So without too much details, otherwise this video would be too long. This is what I wanted to share with you. So if you want to try it out, get in touch. And it's really easy, painless process. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing you there. Bye.